Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. X3. 218, chopper. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Cut.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is intercepted on
Keep
the
Richard Sherman on his side.
No, they'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Cut. 315. Gun. Hey, watch that.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep inside. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, he sheds himself free. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Bell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run
this
game?
motherfucker.
Now a 2nd down throw for
He don't
the
even
end
want
zone,
it.
but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson eluding the pressure right.
He didn't keep rolling. That is not your route. Keep rolling. You're supposed to come across the field. Then he got to take the middle guy or you. Oh,
here's
my
Michael
gosh.
Badgley ready for the field
Touchdown.
goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to punch this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your...
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Put yourself in a
Following
bad
the
situation.
touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring,
we ain't going for that run shit.
What do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald. Ooh. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2.
Took away the outside. They played it well.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. He may try and run for this. And he's taken
you
down.
brave mother. If that's how you got to get a first down, you in trouble.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. The first carry for Washington. And he'll be taken down.
Can't get off a block. He'll bomb.
11 yards there, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold.
Richard Sherman, pick that shit.
Down. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready to go.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he stopped immediately there. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big
Richard
run
Sherman
back associated
still
with
got it, man.
Really, this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I should have ran for the first down.
I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And he's able to get it out there. This is a pretty good kick. And take it right at the 35. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Bell. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
95.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 43. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Open man is Ross, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
Oh, I messed up. Wrong player.
Intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Threw it to the wrong player. Oh, I had you, dog. I threw it to the wrong player. Oh. I threw it to the wrong player, bro. Wrong player.
Like this team does, read like a book. He read like a book.
The motherfucker was R1.
If they use their eyes well,
damn. Good play call on my part. You beat.
A free safety's dream.
Well, it was going to be a contested catch, but most likely I was going to win. God damn.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
That's my fault. I did not try to throw that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And Watson has it right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Saints 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent gain, 35 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
We got this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That makes no sense. You've got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
2nd down and goal.
Oh!
To the end zone. It's in.
Keep running. That's a
He was looking for John
touchdown.
Ross that time. But now it's 3rd and
Dummy.
goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points
touchdown.
after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Let's bring it. Go 14. Let's bring it. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. 4 down. 4 down. Go, go. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Get that quarterback, D-Ball.
Wilson gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before. Still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Touchdown. And the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets, but one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
Oh, I couldn't catch him.
through the interception and finish off the drive. That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Team 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Fitzgerald, he's got Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Man.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Fitzgerald going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and
throw it to the middle, ref.
But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics
throw it in the middle.
You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done...
Oh, he dropped it! Oh!
...ability to see what you've done.
That's fucked up.
To make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man open.
House.
Ross. Touchdown.
House.
New Orleans. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Hit that.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Bring it back.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
we go. 8, read. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Off play action. Fitzgerald being chased out left. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
He fast.
Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench,
Send me something down hard.
If you're a backup, start loosening up.
Get that offensive lineman, man. Send me something good. We can make some deals. Come off Bush, man.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Get out the way. Hit him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat.
Let me put my boy over there.
That taking care of the ball is paramount.
DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Rolling to his right.
Oh, no, he hit.
To avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Fitzgerald throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and it's 3rd and short.